late night TV hosts react to the Late Show cancellation. This ought to be good. I haven't watched this video yet, actually, but let's watch it together.
CBS says it's canceling the Late Show with Stephen Colbert after next season. Colbert told his audience during last night's taping.
Before we start the show, I want to let you know something that I found out just last night. Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show in May. And I'm not being replaced. This is all just going away. And I do want to say,
Colbert has hosted The Late Show for 10 years, taking over for David Letterman, who launched.
Okay, that's enough. First of all, Colbert has never been and will never be a David Letterman.
No.
Second, Letterman did that shit for like 35 years, I think it was. Something like that.
Absolute savage.
And he was, one, he was a savage. Two, he knew what he was doing. He knew he had an audience. He knew he couldn't just sit there and bag on people politically and pretend that it was humor. Late night TV has come apart at the fucking seams. Let's see. Jimmy Kimmel, host of, what's going on there? Oh, I see their little screen likes to pop out. Jimmy Kimmel, host of ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live, reshared Colbert's on-air announcement about the cancellation in an Instagram story post, voicing his support for Colbert while criticizing Late Show host network CBS. Guess what? It's failing. So is the Tonight Show.
All of them.
Used to be which used to be hosted by the legendary Johnny Carson. Now, if you haven't watched old Johnny Carson or even old Ed McMahon late night TV show reruns, do yourself a favor and go back and watch that, because it's genuinely a treat, because they genuinely wanted to entertain you. They genuinely wanted to be funny, and they had good writers, and they knew what they were doing. These ass clowns that call themselves late night show and late night comedy, all they do is bitch about Trump and cry about politics, and people are tired of it, and that's why it's dying.
Well, no, that's one of the variables.
Well, it is one of the variables, but it is a primary variable.
Well, there's
people are just tired of it. They're repetitive.
There's two more. One,
okay,
you have the YouTube guys and the streamers.
You're absolutely correct.
That's a big one. And two, the people that used to watch the Tonight Show are dead.
Well, most of them, yeah.
So you don't have that, crop of people watching the show at that time of night, because they came home from work and they're unwinding and they're sitting in their bed just chilling out, waiting.
No, that's a good point, though. That it's not the same culture as when the late night TV shows were there.
And the culture we have has done nothing to try to keep that culture alive and moving forward. They've radically changed it.
The late night TV show phenomenon required a middle-class suburban population that was there to watch the show. And with the advent of new media, like you said, and with the decline of middle-class suburban populations, there's no longer anybody there. But here's the funny thing. This is us. Share this tab instead. When was this?
That's an
August of last year.
Yeah.
But funnier.
I don't need a permanent penis pimple. I'm good.
That's fine. Jimmy Kimmel is unsure late night shows will still exist in 10 years, saying he believes networks won't dig into the pockets much longer to finance the talk series because people can just watch it online. You were exactly right. We were talking about it in the truck on the way back from buying food.
That's our ritual.
It is what we do. We eat and talk about what we're going to do on the show and whatever else is going on.
And then you sleep.
And it's like
for about a half an hour. It's like a half an hour.
20 minutes, half an hour, and I don't. I just shut down the engine.
Yeah, it's a Ranger.
The brain is still there, yeah.
It's a Ranger nap.
It is a Ranger.
I'm familiar with it.
You can sleep on a pile of I literally slept on a pile of grenades going down a dirt road in the back of a deuce and a half.
You know how many times I've talked to guys who are like, hey, what's going on? This is what we're doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, yeah.
So anyway, all the joking aside there, we had actually some of those, we got to clip some of that shit. Need to go back and clip some of it. we were talking about that a year ago, and we told everybody, look, Kimmel and all the rest of that stuff, it's going to go away. It's dying. And Jimmy Kimmel knew it then. And now here we are with freaking Colbert's show being canceled. I'll bet you any money 1 or 2 more shows are going to get canceled. I wouldn't be surprised if the Tonight Show finally gets shot down.
No, they're losing $40 million a year. They have to shut it down.
Yes,
you cannot do that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another thing: is I would like to get, or the ability to look at their books and see where they were making up that difference.
That'd be interesting.
Any of that money came from the USAID fund.
That's interesting. Yeah, because it went from actual entertainment all the way through the Jay Leno era and the Letterman era to full-time propaganda all the time.
Correct.
So
it's
that
like
does
watching American Russian TV or something.
Yeah, that does indicate that they were taking orders from somebody. You could watch, like I said, go back and watch old Johnny Carson, and you'll see that he had comedy writers who wrote comedy to entertain his audiences, and he understood his audiences and his guests that he had on. He chose those guests because it entertained his audience. None of it was to propagandize. There was zero propaganda in all the. He might every once in a while make an offhand remark, but it was rare.
I would say it wasn't zero. It was very low.
Okay. Nothing is ever zero.
Everyone's going to have their own bias, and that could actually...
right, but I think if we go back and watch, you'll find that for the most part, it was his opinion. I think this, or I think that. Whereas Kimmel and Colbert and the rest of them nowadays are all, they state Trump is evil, Trump is bad on repeat. As opposed to, I think this is kind of crappy.
Here's the one that really just, that got me. That I'm like, you know what? Fuck the Tonight Show and the late night bullshit.
Yeah.
It was when I don't remember who it was, but they had the dancing hypodermic needles.
That's Colbert. That's Colbert.
That's Colbert? Oh,
that was Colbert, and that was in like 21.
What a fucking sellout.
Yeah.
God damn.
I would say that USAID money that you just mentioned a minute ago may have played a part in that, because that's an awfully specific skit to do.
Yeah.
That is completely out of character with the show.
But we've showed it on this show, the clip that has all of those different media companies and channels all saying the same shit.
Dozens of them, all saying exactly the same thing. Yep.
It's literally you walking out to your car in the morning to go to work, lightning strikes, and you have a new life form. I mean, you're never going to get the chances to go to absolute zero, but it's very low.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. That was
shit. I mean, how much bullshit do you think we're going to eat before we're like, I don't like this.
The nation has been eating a lot of bullshit, but honestly, the nation is getting tired of eating bullshit. It's starting to become obvious that the nation is getting tired of eating bullshit, and the fatigue is really setting in. There was another form of fatigue that was popular a couple of weeks ago that we don't need to cover right now, but I think we're now entering the propaganda fatigue era.
Yeah. Listen, like you and I have been around the block. Okay. When you're in the military, you see a whole other spectrum of life.
We were in long enough that we get to see some really seriously stupid stuff too, as opposed to like doing one hitch with the infantry.
But the thing is I have been in the war zone.
Mm-hmm.
I was there watching shit happen.
Mm-hmm.
Less than 2 hours later, it's on MSNBC or CNN. Completely different.
I was reporting it and had that happened. We were just told to shut up. We had a couple of incidents happen, and we went back to the command and went as far up as our colonel, and he's like, nope. No, shut up. We know. That's what the Pentagon wants to put out. We're like, okay.
Yeah. What are you gonna? I mean, when you're in the service, they have that kind of power over you.
Yes.
When you get out, they don't.
That's a note for a lot of you out there who don't understand how that stuff works. Most of the guys on the ground level, at the level that Pop and I were at, are pretty squared away. We just want to do our jobs. We want to do it correctly, and we want to report the truth because that's our job. Once it reaches a certain point in a command, anything above brigade level, all bets are off.
It goes pure politics.
Yeah. And if it gets all the way to the Pentagon, which is the level that we were reporting at, it is probably 60-40 chance of somebody spinning it somehow.
And the only reason I didn't get totally slam fried when I was working in the Army and I had my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because I never really talked about politics. All I did was rag on the tricks of women, make fun of, life in general, shit like that, and tell some Army stories. That's it.
I remember I was there for your initial launch, as it were. Yeah. That was some of the earliest Second Class Citizen and Redonkulas stuff.
It was raw.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporters Sundays, go to redonkulas.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.